What's up guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Today I will be doing the mid-year book freakout for 2019. However, it is not the mid-year, we are at the end of August. So it's a bit late, but never mind. Let's get to it. So I saw this floated about on YouTube a bit back, and it looked really good, and it looks just like a nice way to look back on what you read and what you've thought of your books. So I thought I might give it a go. Also, check it, it's Rival Sons. I am seeing them in... Oh, when am I seeing them? I think I'm seeing them in October, I think. Might not be October, it might be November or December. It's one of those three. But if you've never heard of them, highly, highly recommend that you do. Also, it's not an ad, it's just that I love the band so much and this t-shirt is super comfy. Back to books. So, this is a mid-year book freakout. Let's get to it. So, if I'm looking away from the screen, it's because I basically can't remember all of the questions. So, the first one is... best book you've read so far this year. That would have to be Everything Under by Daisy Johnson. You know for a fact that I absolutely love this book. I love it. I loved it. I love it. All under one thing. It's just amazing. I honestly didn't think that I'd enjoy it as much as I did, but it's just... it's perfect. And when I found out that she's also got another book out that was before this one, you guys, I know I'm on a book ban, but it'll be on my book list for my birthday, which is next month. Oh! So yeah, it's amazing. It's quite psychological, but not like a thriller or anything. It just makes you think a bit. Like, it's based on the relationship with a daughter and her mother and how she's grown up over the years. I can't really tell you too much, otherwise it'll give a lot away. But the ending, oh my god, I did not see that coming. If you want a quick book to read, definitely get this. It's amazing. Number 2, best sequel you've read so far this year. I don't know if it counts as a sequel or a prequel or what it would be, but it would be the third book by Rochelle Mead, which is Shadow Kiss. Guys, it broke my heart. It seriously broke my heart. Like, literally, I was in the bath reading it, and like, I was like silently crying to myself, and like Mr. B came in and he was like, "What are you crying for?" I was like, "I just finished reading the next book in Vampire Academy, and oh my god." And he basically just walked straight back out. But you guys, I still need to finish the rest of the series. This is only number 3 and it goes all the way up to 6, but to be honest, I kind of don't want to, because I just don't want to know what happens, because this broke my heart and I feel like the rest is going to break my heart. It's one of those moments where you're reading a series and you really enjoy it and you want to just fly through the entire series because you love it so much, but at the same time you just want to pop it back on your shelf, tuck it away nicely so it's nice and protected, because you seriously don't want the series to end, and that is me at this moment in time. I know that she's got the other books that are out, which is the Bloodlines series, all the way at the little bottom of the book. Got an itchy nose, sorry. But I didn't think that I would love this series as much as I did, and I honestly, it's one of them series as well where you think, why didn't I read this sooner? Because this has been out for years, and I honestly don't know why I didn't read it sooner. Regrets, people, regrets. So that is the best sequel I've read so far this year. New release you haven't read yet but want to. You guys, come I add my entire bookshelf because I've just got that many books that I have bought this year, that have come out this year, that came out last year. It's just, there's so many, guys, that I haven't read. Oh my god. But if we're gonna have to go for this year, which I think they came out this year, so I'll hold my hand up and say sorry if they didn't come out this year. So the books that I'm yet to read, that I really want to read, that I've not got around to reading, is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Shocker, I know. Everyone in the book community has read this, but me. But I'm really looking forward to eventually getting around to reading that. Hopefully, if I don't finish it this year, or start it this year, should I say, it will be on my list to read next year. Because as you know from my previous video, I've got to get all them 188 unread books read. So this will be on it. Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo. Is that right? I think so. You guys, I think it's mostly because I know it's a really sorry, I'm just basically feeling up my books, just ignore me. So I think it's also another, this was definitely a Bookstagram buy because everyone was reading it at the time and I was like, oh my god, it sounds amazing, and I went and bought it, and I really do want to read it, but I also kind of just want to get them just for that marble. Because that marble is just amazing. And then they just got it in different colours. Oh, I need it for my bookshelf. But yeah, so these two are the new releases that I haven't read yet, but I want to. Because I said I want to, I started. Is it Sparks Girl? I think it's Spice Girls. If not, apologies for any Spice Girls fans out there. I was not fully a Spice Girls fan. I know some songs, but mostly it's S Club 7. S Club 7 were my jam back in the day. So they're the books, new releases. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. You know for a fact that has got to be The Institute by Stephen King. Oh my god, I cannot wait for it. I cannot tell you how much. I am so excited for it. And guess what, you guys? I have already pre-ordered it. Well, Mr. B's pre-ordered it for my birthday because he's an angel. But guess what? It comes out on the 10th of September, which is my birthday. It comes out on my birthday. How good is that for a birthday present? It's amazing. I'm super excited to be reading The Institute by Stephen King. It'll probably get put on my shelf, and I'll probably not read it for a month at least. But I can't wait. I'm so excited. It sounds so good. Biggest disappointment. You guys, I feel bad because I've not yet finished it. I probably have finished it by then, but I'm kind of recording this as I go. So, but I still believe that it will be The Grace Keepers by Kirsty Logan. Because, you guys, I'm still currently reading it at the time of recording this. But I don't think that I'm going to be liking it because I already don't. I like it, but it feels a lot like a chore. And I kind of just want it to get to the end because in some places it's just not making sense. It flips back between loads and loads of different characters. There's not really a solidarity to the book, and it's a shame because I saw it and I really, really were excited to read it, and I really wanted it to be super, super amazingly good. So this is so far my biggest disappointment, but it may change. But that's what it is at the moment. Biggest surprise, I do not have that book on me because it was an ARC that I read a few months back, but it is The Art of Taxidermy by Sharon Kernot, and I was quite surprised that I really did enjoy it because it's mostly, it's a verse book basically, it's all written in verse, which I've never read before. I think the last time I probably read a book that was based on verse was back in school, which was a long time ago now. I think it was about 7 or 8 years. It might be more than that. But the last time I read a verse book was probably when I was in school. And do you know what? I really did enjoy it. It had such a nice storyline to it. It was about a girl and someone in her family dies about when she was quite a young age. And it shows the process of how she deals with her grieving. and the things that she does. And she does take up an interest in taxidermy, which does probably sound quite a bit strange to some people, but if you read the book, it does make sense, and it is quite nice in a way. And it's just shows her struggle with her depression and the struggle of getting over the loss of someone and her grief. And it is a beautifully written book, and it's very clever on how it's done, and I loved it. So that was a very, very big surprise for me, because I didn't think I'd like it, and I requested it on a whim, and I absolutely loved it. I just looked at my camera and I thought this bit here was like a recording bar, and like these were all numbers, but it's not. Favourite new author. Now, as I'm looking at this, I have got some of the books, I haven't got some of the books. Favourite new author. So, we've got Daisy Johnson, because her writing is just absolutely phenomenal and amazing. So she's one of my new favourite authors. I read him last year, so it kind of counts, because I've read 2 of his books this year. Wow, God. Yeah. But I think this came out last year, I'm not too sure. Who knows? Well, another favourite new author, he is kind of new in a way, is J.P. Delaney, because his books are brilliant. One of the first authors that got me into psychological thrillers. Yeah, it's good. I think he's quite clever with his writing, especially this one, because it's done. Even though I didn't enjoy this one as much as the other 2, The Girl Before and The Perfect Wife, it is clever how he does it. I mean, if you've not read this, it's based on like a woman that's trying to get on in life with her acting and stuff, and it's all written like a script, which I found it was quite strange at first, but then as I got more into it and actually realised what it were about, I was like, oh wow, that's quite clever how it's been done. And the twists at the end of his books, they're always, you always think that you know what's going to happen, and then bam, it hits you in the face and you just don't know, and it's like, oh wow. So yes, so Daisy Johnson, J.P. Delaney, and I got one more, guys, which would be, oh no, I ain't got it on me, I thought it was that, but it's not that, is Nicola Harrison. Now, she wrote Montauk, I don't know how you say it, but she wrote that, which was an arc that I read recently, and then it came out, which is out now actually. It's so good. It was a really good book. If you know me, you know that I love era books, so any books set from the 1920s to the 1950s. It's just the whole glamour and the secrecy, and ooh, it's juicy. So yeah, it was a really good read, and the ending, if you ever get a chance to read it, I highly recommend it. I think she's bringing out a new book next year, and I can't wait for it to come out. So excited! My laptop has gone off, so I don't know what the next question is. Newest fictional crush. You guys, I'm gonna not go back against everyone, but I'm gonna be that person that doesn't follow. Not in a bad way, because by the way that he's described, oh, it's quite nice. I'm going to show you a little bit of the cover. Can you guess what it is? Oh, if you've not got that, then who knows? But it's not that one. It is quite nice, and it might change. But my heart, guys, is set on Lucien. Like Lucien. I say Lucien, but I think book just says Lucien. I'm not too sure. By the way, she has moved. She's moved. I'm missing her. She's very, very busy at the moment. I miss chatting to her, but she'll come back. She'll come back. She's a babe. But yeah, so it's Lucien from A Court of Thorn and Roses, and oh my goodness, damn, he is fine. He is nice. I think I prefer him more than Rhysand. See, I want to say Rhysand. I know it's obviously not Rhysand, but because of my Yorkshire accent, I want to say Rhysand, and it's not. I know it's Rhysand because people call him Rhys for short. So I think I probably will end up liking Rhys a bit more. But at the moment in time, my heart will always be for Lucien, because he's sassy. He's got so much sass that he's is quite nice as well. So I always go for the people that not many people like. True fact. Newest favourite character, which I honestly couldn't pinpoint because I've read so many books this year and there's so many characters that I couldn't just decide on which one that I liked. If I had to seriously pick one, it'd be between Feyre and Cersei, because you know that I love Greek mythology. So it'd have to be between these two heroines. Though at first she did irritate me a little bit, but she's come out of her shell now, she's getting there. Whereas Cersei, she did not annoy me from the get-go. Like, she was, I'm gonna do what I want in life and that's it. If you don't like it, swivel on it. So she's my girl. She's after my own heart, so it probably is Cersei after all this debate. Book that made you cry. Montauk by Nicola Harrison made me cry at the end because it was just such a beautiful story and it was so sad what happened. And honest to God, I was thinking about it after I'd read it like so many days later, and I was just like, every time I thought about it I was like, oh no. And I did get a little bit emotional, but nothing compares to Shadow Kiss, because oh my god, that broke my heart. Just, oh. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I have a little stories that I've saved, and it's called Booktunes. And it's basically a picture of the book with a song that I was listening to around the time of reading the book. And this book and this series alone is solely attached to Black Honey's album that came out this year, and it's just, every time I listen to that album now, it's just, it makes me nearly cry, you guys, because this book seriously broke my heart. If you've read this book, please get in touch and let me know. Book that made you happy, that would be Meet Me at Beachcomber Bay by Jill Mansell, because it was such a lovely summer read and it made me smile and it cheered me up and it was just lovely to read out when I also was camping and in the sunshine having a nice glass of wine. It's very like happy-go-lucky, and I just love the character's name. She's called Clemency, Clem, one of them, but I just loved it. Loved it. It made me so happy. It made me feel all summery like her books do. So she always makes me feel like it's the summer when I read a Jill Mansell book. Most beautiful book you've bought this year? That has got to be two of these books that I've still not read, which is A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison, because also it's got blue pages, but oh, the illustration is so beautiful. And then The Binding by Bridget Collins. That's also got purple pages, if you can see, but I'll show you a bit of the inside. You guys, it's so beautiful. Look. That's in hardback. That's got to be one of the most... Oh, I can't put the hardback back. Jesus. Hardback back. I do make myself laugh. So they have got to be the two most beautiful books that I have bought this year. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? Guys, I need to read so many books before the end of the year. I need to read The Institute by Stephen King, which will probably be a part of my Halloween thriller crime months, so that'll probably get read then. I need to read The Yard, otherwise this will be, I'll have a fate. To read another Vampire Academy book. I'm not being too fussy, to be honest, because I do want to read quite a lot, but I don't want to force myself. So, but they're the main books that I've got to get read by the end of the year. And last but not least, favourite book community member. That has got to be Jess at Make Me Shakespeare. I have now known her for a year roundabouts, and she's become such a lovely friend. She's always there when you need to chat. Anything, it don't matter, we share a couple of same problems, so it's nice to finally have someone that's got kind of relevant things the same, so it's just nice. She's always there, she's always supportive, even when I've never met her. She's down in a different place. She was in Liverpool and now she's down in London for uni. But she's so lovely, and I'm so happy that I met her because I've got a lot of people on Instagram and stuff who I share a lot of my love with for books, but Jess is like my main girl. She's the most loveliest girl on the planet. If you get a chance, she's got a YouTube channel which I'll link down below, and she's got a Instagram account and a blog. I'll link all of her stuff below so you can go and have a look. You can go and find her, have a chat, get to know her. She's lovely and she's perfect. She's great. So that is it. That is my mid-year book freak out done in August. So I hope you're all having a lovely August, or have had a lovely August. Have a great September. Get lots of reading done. If you've done some mid-year book thingies, let me know down below and I'll come and have a look. So I hope you all have a fantastic September. Hope it all goes brilliant or wonderful and smooth and nothing goes wrong. Happy reading. Nice peaceful September for you all. Don't get too stressed. Have a great time. So I'll see you all next time. Bye!